Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Brooke, and today we're kicking off a sit-down video. So I haven't done a sit-down video in literal months, but we are due for one because I have not been vlogging the past like week and a half. So I did miss the last upload date, and I was just thinking to myself that I've been vlogging for 5 years. I've been keeping you guys up to date on pretty much everything in my life, and I feel like I owe you guys an update on what is going on. So basically, the past few weeks, I have been, we'll say, not feeling it. So there are a few very personal things that I'm going through that I'm not comfortable sharing, but that's what's been weighing the most on me. And then there've also been a number of like hard, challenging, or like inconvenient things that have also been happening in my life pretty much every other day for the past like 2 weeks. So I've started 4 or 5 vlogs in the past like week and a half. And then I'm like, okay, we are getting the energy back. We are getting our mood back. Everything's gonna be fine. And then like something else happens and I'm just like, I do not have the emotional capacity to handle this right now. So I stopped vlogging, and then I like try again. I try again. And then I was like, I'm done. Like I can't do it. So that's what's going on, and I'm hoping that I can like snap out of that very soon. I am going to try to vlog tomorrow because tomorrow's 4th of July, so I'm hoping that that's gonna be able to like get my energy and mood up enough that it can help me like ease back into it, because I really want to vlog. I just have not been in the right headspace. So I did want to tell you guys a bit about what's going on in my life. Again, I'm not getting into like the deeply personal stuff, but I definitely can tell you about some of the other unfortunate things that have been just causing additional frustration in my life that I really don't need. This, like the next portion is going to be kind of negative because I'm telling you about all the challenging things that have been happening. So if like negativity or sharing like some annoying things that have been happening in someone's life is like triggering to you, this might not be the video for you. And if this is the first video you're watching of mine, usually my vlogs are very upbeat, happy, so maybe check out some of the other ones first, but this is more so for the people that just kind of want to know what is going on, or just want a real honest look at someone's life, because I feel like YouTube and Instagram is a highlight reel when really there are some like negative things happening in that person's life. They're just not always sharing it. So not all of these are in order of like what happened, but all of this has happened in the past, I don't even want to say 2 weeks. Honestly, I think all of this happened in the past 10 days, okay? So one of the first things that happened, I got fraud on my credit card. Now this is my primary credit card. So this is the one that all of my auto pays are tied to. This is the one that like in all of my online like shopping carts and stuff, when you go to checkout and you sign in, this is the card that's saved for like all my payment methods. So yeah, I got fraud on it. So it has been very frustrating trying to update all of the card information, and unfortunately, like the first week of the month is when literally everything is due. Like my phone bill is due, my insurance thing is due, like all like the storage for all of our stuff is due. Like literally all of my bills happen the first week of the month. So when I got the fraud, it literally like shut down the card days before everything was due. So it was like turbo mode trying to like update everything. I missed some, so then I was getting some like penalty charges because the charge didn't go through, and calling them, trying to reverse that. It's just been very, very frustrating. Like not the end of the world, of course, but just an extra thing that I really did not want to have to deal with. So that's been very frustrating. Also, the card should have already arrived by now, and it hasn't. So I had to reset everything up on my debit card, and then once the new credit card comes in, I have to then reset everything up on the credit card so that I can get the points for it. So yeah, it's just annoying. Then yesterday, I got a speeding ticket. Now, I got the speeding ticket in a really rural area, an hour and a half away from where I live, and it's like these like windy roads. The cop is going the other way. He is speeding. He flips around, immediately pulls me over. And he's like, I got you going 77 in a 55. Bro, no, I wasn't. If I was going 77, I would have flown off the road. Like there's literally no way I was going 77. And so obviously, very respectfully, I was like, there's no way I was going 77. I know that for sure. I definitely was nowhere in the 70s. And he's like, you know what? I clocked you at that. So you were going that speed, but I will do you a favor and I'll just write it for 65 and a 55. That's like the lowest cost bracket for you for like a ticket. And I mean, I guess thank you, but like I wasn't speeding, so like I shouldn't have gotten one anyway. Like you clocked me going that, like you were speeding the other direction. How on earth did you clock me? Not to mention he was coming around like a mountain and then clocked me. How? There's no way you had even more than 2 to 3 seconds to clock my speed, not to mention you were speeding the other direction. Like, so I'm definitely going to be going to traffic court to try to fight that, and so hopefully he doesn't show up so I can just get it dropped. If I have to pay it, very annoying, and then I'll do like traffic school so it doesn't get added to my insurance, but just really frustrating because I literally wasn't speeding, and also when I have to go fight it, it's an hour and a half from my house and in the middle of nowhere. So I'm just overall like very frustrated about that. Then we had a meeting with my company, and we recently got purchased by a bigger company. So they are slowly like changing all of our policies to the bigger company's policies. And the bigger company is a lot more like strict and a lot less generous. So they're changing a bunch of our policies and doing away with a number of like our employee perks. And some of them, you know, just annoying, but some of them are really inconvenient. For example, we have company cars and they would let us use company cars for personal use. We just found out no personal use on the company car anymore. So now a bunch of my team members are going out and buying personal cars, which obviously is a huge additional expense. So that basically brings us down to one car because we got rid of the other car when this car was like, I could use it for personal as well, because there was no point in having extra cars, like, you know, filling up the driveway and also paying for an additional car when we wouldn't be using it. So yeah, that's really frustrating. So basically, personal wise, if Darren's ever gone, like I no longer have transportation. So that's really frustrating, and I don't want to have to buy a new car right now. So that's definitely something we're gonna have to figure out and see if it's a big enough deal that we have to get a new car, but that was just definitely like an unforeseen, like significant expense. Next, I dropped my phone and cracked my phone screen. And so now when like I swipe up, I somehow cracked the top corner and like the bottom. So when I swipe up, I'm getting these like minor little cuts on my finger. So every time I use my phone, I'm basically being punished. It's like physically hurting me. So basically that's really frustrating because, you know, it hurts every time I use my phone. And obviously it's unattractive. So that has been also very frustrating. Then I've been getting this recommendation from many of my friends about this Flow app. So apparently you can like track how you're feeling, you can track like your cycle, all these different things, like just for like health and like know what's going on with your body. It's really great. So I've been getting all these recommendations, so I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I got the Flow app. Now, this app is, I'm over it. I am so done with this app. Every day it pushes notifications to my phone and it's never something positive. So it's always like, you may notice headaches today. You may notice feeling bloated today. You may notice you're extra irritable today. You may notice mood swings today. Like it's always something negative. It's never like, you may notice a clear mind. You may notice a positive outlook or something. No, it's always something negative. And I realized that I am very, very like susceptible to the power of suggestion. So I haven't had a headache in months, but according to this thing, I was going to have a headache. Give me 5 to 10 minutes, I have a headache. I was feeling fine and dandy, get the notification, you'll probably be noticing you're extra irritable today. It's like, no, I'm actually feeling fine. Give me 5 to 10 minutes, the slightest inconvenience, now I'm irritable. And it's like, honestly, my life was fine until you sent that notification like suggesting that I'll probably be feeling this negative thing, and then it's like almost like the placebo effect when like you're told that you're gonna experience, like I guess it's a mixture of like the placebo effect and like the power of suggestion, but it is like creating these negative experiences in my life. So I'm over the Flow app. It's like ruining my days, because everything's fine until I find out how it, supposedly I should be feeling, and then I'm feeling it. So The Flow app is now my enemy, and it's been thrown off my week, and it's really ruining my mood. Then the next thing is that I've been like going through some of my camera stuff, and I recently came across, it's like a little like memory card holder, and it's all the memory cards from middle school and high school. Like, I've always loved cameras. I was always the person, I brought a camera to school every single day. I was documenting every hangout, every party, every school day, and I was just taking photos of everything. My door was a collage of photos. My room was like a collage of photos. I was just always taking pictures and documenting and like just creating memories from every day, which also, I mean, foreshadowing for vlogging and everything, right? So I found memory cards from back then. Finding those memory cards was like really triggering because it made me like realize and remember that in 2 weeks, it is the 6-year anniversary of one of my friends going missing. And like, they never found him. They don't know what happened to him. And those memory cards, like, those have so many photos of him and so many memories. And so just finding those memory cards just like really brought him and like the loss of him to top of mind. And I feel like every year, of course, I'm like incredibly sad, but I am able to cope with it by just focusing on like the good times and just hoping that he will be found. I annually submit his case to like Crime Junkies, and I'm just hoping they're gonna cover it and help uncover what happened to him. And this year though, with just everything going on in my life and in this close time period, it was just really overwhelming, and I don't feel like I'm able to cope as well as I usually do. So now it's like, I feel like I'm having dreams of him like most nights, and it's just like a memory like reel of like our friend group and all the things we would do together and like the funny things he would say. And it's just been kind of, I guess, like haunting me, if you will. And then the last thing is that one of my best friends of 13 years just moved out of state. I have a really tight group of friends, and everyone just keeps moving. One moved to New York, one moved to Spain, one moved to Miami, one moved to Texas, one moved to SoCal, and I think that might be all of it. And then I have 3 more that are local. One who is a mom and is the primary caretaker for her kid, so she's like very busy. And then the other 2, one is 8 months pregnant and one is 9 months pregnant. So basically everyone has moved away or is incredibly busy with their own family. And so I'm just all of a sudden feeling like really, really alone. I still see all the friends that have moved, but only when they come into town and stuff. So it's like a couple times a year. So I feel like I have this incredible tribe of people around me, and now it's just dwindled down. And even the people here are incredibly, now just like busy with their own lives. So I'm also just feeling like very alone. And when she moved, which now I think was 2 weeks ago, it was just kind of also like the final straw of really feeling alone. And then also she is engaged, but her fiance, they were like long distance. So, and he doesn't have very much PTO. So she was always going to him, which basically means I have never met him. So it's also like such a weird situation where a best friend of yours of 13 years is now engaged and you don't even know their significant other. So like no one in our friend group has met him. Obviously heard incredible things, and I'm sure he's great, and I'm so happy for her. She's so happy with him. So obviously incredibly supportive, but it's just personally hard for me because all of a sudden she lives in a different state and is starting this new life with this person I don't even know. So it's, you go from knowing everything about a person's life for 13 years to now they're starting a new life somewhere else and you know nothing about it. It's just a really strange, isolating feeling. And yeah, it has been a lot. And I feel like each of these things individually, I feel like I could have like coped with, but it has just been like everything. And again, literally the past, I think like 10 days on top of some personal things as well. So I've just been feeling like really overwhelmed, and yeah, it's been a lot to deal with. So okay, I've released it, I've caught you guys up. That is the real, that is the honest, that's like what is going on in my life. It's not always a highlight reel and just like cooking and doing fun things. It's a lot of things like going on in the background. And yeah, I just wanted to be really honest with you guys about what's happening in my life. So that honestly felt like a therapy session because just to like verbally release it's doing a lot for me. And so I appreciate you guys listening. And I am now choosing to let go of those things and help move like forward with the rest of the week. Tomorrow is 4th of July, so I'm going to be kicking off a vlog tomorrow. I am determined to get back on my regular 2-day-a-week upload schedule, and it's gonna be happy and positive from here. I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video here, kick off another one tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget, subscribe below and give us a big thumbs up. And thanks again for listening to kind of a trauma dump. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.